Hello everybody! In this video we are going to take a look at the MIDI drag-and-drop function in our new Randomizer series, and also we're going to explore the separate output options that we have in the master page. In these libraries we can perform sequences or arpeggiations, and then we can export them as MIDI files and play them in our DAW with other different libraries, with other sounds basically. Let's create a little sequence here with VESPER. I switch on my sequencer. I'm gonna just use one. And let's record a few notes. Okay, now that I finished recording, I should quantize this region. So let's go here for a second and let's play back. Okay, and by the way, there is a reason why we have so much reverb and delay on this sound, and we are gonna find out a little bit later in this video. At this point, let's open the system page where the capturing function is located. It's very important that we play the region from the very beginning till the end without stopping in the middle. So let's press capture, press play on the DAW. Okay, I can stop now, confirm. And then this MIDI files symbol appears. Just need to drag it on my DAW. I just put it in a new track where I have loaded an instance of ES2. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna play this region. And I can also put them together. At this point I can reset here. So if I wanted, I could perform another capture. The other thing I wanted to show you is the outputs options that we find in the master page. When Contact is loaded as a multi-output instance, by opening this output window over here, you will be able to set up 4 different stereo outputs that VESPER and Airchord and Armstrong will be able to use as individual outputs. We have individual output for layer A, layer B, the crystals and the trails layer. If I look into my Logic project, I have my main VESPER 1 and 2 outputs. Then I have 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Of course, each DAW will have different ways to achieve this. And I suggest you check out the user manual of your DAW and also Contact's user manual to understand how to set it up correctly. Coming back to VESPER, we can decide a different output for each of these 4 layers, let's call them like that. So I can put layer A on stereo 1, layer B on stereo 2, crystals on stereo 3, and trails on stereo 4. So now when I play, you can see that layer A is coming out of the main output, while layer B is coming out of 3 and 4. And the reverb which is part of the insert effects of VESPER, has disappeared. So there is a big difference between default outputs, which makes use of the internal effects of VESPER, and the individual outputs. And also, if I were to use crystals, I can put them in output number 3. And maybe set them a little bit softer. And if I am also to use the trails layer, it would come out from stereo 4. Another thing I can do is send each of these sounds to the no effect output. Basically, what that does, it sends all those layers still through the main output, but the effects, the internal effects of VESPER are disabled. And we check the difference. One thing to note is that first you have to switch on crystals or the trace layer, or change the sound of each crystal or trace layer, and then you have to decide the output. Otherwise, the output change will not take effect. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.